Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the patch note 7.15. I just want to talk with you a little bit about the patches, but from my point of view, some relevant buffs and some nerfs. Well, this patch, not that many nerfs. This patch is mostly about buffs, but first of all, I want to talk about Nasus. This dude, he was always a pretty strong late game champ, right? If you get the stacks, he was like unstoppable. But they made some changes. Before he had some flat armor reduction with his E, but now, you know, it was pretty good against the carries, but not against the tanks. Now they changed it to percent. He has now at the last level 35% armor reduction. This against the tanks, this is pretty strong. Well, not that good against the carries, but you know, he's a tank, and he get kited away from the carries, and the slow and the stun and the hard engages, most of the time someone else need to do this job. And his ulti, while Nasus, his ulti, the 50% cooldown reduction on his Q is crazy. On the last level, every 2 seconds he is able to hit the Q. This is pretty solid. This is strong. Nasus this will be just crazy. He will just spam his Q, just boom, boom. So it looks. Well, the Q, last patches they buffed Lux most of the time. They buffed her over and over again, and again a little buff, a cooldown reduction buff. Well, from my point of view, she's already retarded OP. But well, the Lux mains will be happy about it, I guess. But the W, first it was like, you know, the Lux players was, if they get damaged, they just panicked the W and shielded themselves. But now, if you shield your allies, you know, you get a double shield. You know what I mean. And so you get a reward for shielded your allies, you know. That's pretty good, Well, and Lissandra. The base attack damage went a little bit up, and the mana per level went a little bit up too. But that's pretty good, cause well, I'm not that long playing League of Legends. I'm not that long here, but as I know, Lissandra get a hard nerf, and she was like that. And now I guess they tried to bring her back a little bit again. You know, she got her passive that's making her ability, just one ability, making no costs from the mana, but that's just not enough. So they improved the mana a little bit. But that's pretty good, I guess that's pretty good. Well, here we are at Kayn. He's full of bugs. They fixed they fixed so much. I never saw a long list like that about a champion from his bugs. You know what I mean. You know, but they said for an high damage ult, his ult isn't doing that much damage. They just updated it from 1.1 to 1.5. Well, that's pretty strong. From my point of view, he's already pretty OP. The bruiser tank, you know, the Darken, I guess his name was Darken, I'm not sure, I never played him. His lifesteal is insane. His lifesteal is crazy. And now they even buffed him a little bit. Made him even stronger. But well, we will see. Well, and Jinx, I guess, you know, the patches are always for the finals are coming. And the patches are always for the competitive. And the patches for the competitive are a little bit dangerous for the solo queue. In this patch, they tried to bring the ADCs a little bit back, because you know it was a tank meta, and the ADCs lost just their place. They not completely lost it, but wasn't really there. They just get one-shotted by the assassins and the tanks with the high damage, like Poppy, and just fucked them up so hard. So they get a little bit of buff and a little bit of cooldown reduction. And Gragas, his base attack speed went a little bit down, so his jungle clear will be a little bit slower, but not that much. But I guess the magic number from the ultis this patch is 2 minutes. They updated it to 20 seconds. From my point of view, that's a lot. You know, he's a meta jungler, so, and he is pretty strong. In the right hands, he's pretty strong, so a little nerf, but not that much. Of course, the GP. You know, his passive is, I guess, true damage. Why not buff it? Why not? I guess Tobias Fate and VIP will be excited about that. Asriel, his cooldown. From my point of view, he already spammed his Q like nothing, but now they even lowered it. Elise, her base stats went lower. I'm not sure why. Well, of course she's crazy strong in the right hands, but her base attack damage is already close to MF's Misfortune's base damage. I'm not sure. I played her just when she was free to play, so I can't tell much about her. And Echo, of course, Echo. Bro, Echo. We all know we love you and you love us. His E. The cooldown went down from level 1, but at the end at level 5, it's still the same cooldown, but the early cooldown went lower. This is good. This is real good. I felt it in my games when I played. I felt it a lot. Pretty good. I like it. Mundo! Why not upgrading a tank again? His E's just now, if you're taking damage or paying a health cost like it is there, you just get bonus magic resistance. Just make a point on E, just make a skill point on E, and you just get magic resistance. I mean, why not? It's pretty good. And Mundo, why not bring him back, you know? I don't see him that often, but I like it. You know, the business Mundo skin is pretty cool. I love the business Mundo skin. Cho'Gath, who expected it? We all did it. We all knew it. That his E will get a little nerf. I remember, I guess 1 or 2 days ago when I played with Limited, he just said, you know, I played Cho'Gath because I have to abuse it, his E, until it gets nerfed. So he was right, but of course the others won. You all were right, we knew it. He will get a little nerf, but it's not that hard, just a little bit. He's still pretty strong and he is a good meta top lane and jungler, you know. So it's okay, Azir. Of course, Azir. He get hardcore nerfed to the death, and he was out of meta. I think from my point of view, he is still out of meta. I really like this champ, and I would like to see him even more. His W, let me say, scaling went up a little bit. It's pretty good. The mains will be excited about that. Of course, I'm not sure if he needs to be a little bit strong. I'm not a Azir main, but I just know I played him. I just know and I played him even in the late with full item build and 4 or 5 items. You are crazy strong with Azir, and if you got the mechanics down, you are crazy. He's just a hyper character. Akali. I hope I say the names in English right. Of course, she isn't get played that much, but again a little buff, you know. Well, give her a kill in the early, just 1 or 2 kills, and she get level 6. Holy shit, she just wrecks every one of you. She just one-shots everyone of the team if she gets fed. Well, I hate this champ. It's strong. I don't know how she was before some nerfs were there, but well, I guess the buffs are needed. Of course, we got Nautilus too. Nautilus get a hard nerf. From my point of view, he get hard nerf to the death. I still play him because I love him. He's a pretty strong tank. If you maximize your W first, I love it. It's just crazy. The shield is just amazing. But his Q damage went up in the early, and that's good because mostly you just maximize your W or your E, because his core ability is his E. From my point of view, I guess it's his E, because Q you just make 1 skill point in it and you just let it at level 1 and maximize your W and E first, of course with your ultimate. So it's good, it's good. Well, his ult, like I said, the magic number, 2 minutes. The cooldown went a little bit down. It's good. That's pretty good. I like it. And maybe he'll start to get a little bit playing more. So here we are. Shyvana. Her base stats went a little bit up. From my point of view, she's already crazy strong, especially with her E, the passive from her E. The bonus damage is insane. And now it has an AD scaling instead of an AP. You know, before she was a hybrid, little bit hybrid. You mostly built her a full tank anyway, so you don't need this AP scaling E. So now she got an AD scaling, and at the last, I guess from in the last, and I'm not sure, I guess you have in the last level, you just have 40, 80 more. I guess something like that. you know better than me, but she has an AD scaling now on her E. And that's good. You got a little bit more damage. Severe. Her Q damage just, you can almost say doubled. Crazy, the damage. But, like they said here today, or no, yesterday. Never mind. So they just lowered the Q damage a little bit because they realized it was a little bit too high. Because, you know, Severe, with her Q, she got this range is crazy, and in her late game, she's pretty good with it against tanks. She can poke them pretty good, and especially the enemy. When you are grouping, you know, lane, and you stay in front of you, she just can poke you with her key or with her Q, and the range is insane high. Xerath got a little buff. You know, 10% slow before on his W was like, I'm not really feel it. It's just a wind is blowing against you. You know, oh, nothing special. I can go against it. No, not a problem. But now 25%. This is good. You can feel it. For now, you can feel it. And his ultimate, you know, on the first level, you get 3 charges. On the second level, level 2, I guess you got 4. And then on third level, you got 5. And his damage went up a little bit. Well, this is good. And Zac, of course, Zac gets let me say nerf. Because his Q, his health cost is, oh shit, it's just doubled. I'm not sure, this is hard. It will slow his jungle creep. His cooldown went a little bit up, and his W, the damage went lower. So, you know, he lived from the ganks, and now I guess it will slow him down a little bit. He needs more time to farm in the jungle. Yeah, you know, when some base stats went down, some other base stats, let me say, went down. From Singed, from Nuno too. I don't know why from Nuno. I don't see him that often. If I see him, and I see some fucking mains with him, he's just retarded strong. So I think that was a little bit too much. I'm not sure. I don't know. You know it better, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me how you think about it. Yeah, no, it's just some item fixes and buffs. The adaptive helm from 15 to 20%. This is awesome. This is awesome, especially against some, you know, some like Corki or Cassiopeia. This is good. This is real good. I like it. And the dust blade, of course, the dust blade. We all knew it. And they, you know, they made this item for assassins. And you know, some ADCs are building it, so they punish you now if you're building it. The range slow is removed, so it's okay. And the Nightfall, I don't like this, cause some tank supporter get a little, just a little. It's not much, but you still can feel this little nerf. You know, like Braum or Chamkench. The health went from 400 to 350. I think that's not that a big deal. It's just a little. That's just a small nerf. And of course some other bug fixes, but these are not that important for me. For me, it's the only important thing. This re-added audio for SKTT1 Echo's Recall. Finally. And first time I saw this, I thought, hey, what the fuck? Is something wrong with my sound? But no, it's not. So well, ladies and gentlemen, these were for me the most important nerfs and buffs. About this patch, I'm really okay with it. I like it. It's good. Still balanced. solid, a good patch. Like it. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all I have to apologize for the last 3 days. This won't happen again. This won't happen again, I promise. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody so much for watching, and as always, remember, dreams come true, so what you to do, just believe in you.